Hey, 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 it's Friday Reads Live. I don't see anyone in the chat, so I don't know if anyone is there. If anyone is there, say hello. Let me know what you're reading on this kind of dark Friday. It's rainy. Hey, Alicia, how are you? Welcome. What are you reading? Let me know. I'm curious. What are you reading? I'll tell you what I'm reading as soon as there are more people, but just let me know what you're reading on this lovely Friday. Hey, Jennifer, how are you? What are you reading? What are you reading? Oh, you're reading Queen of Exiles by Vanessa Riley. Oh, okay. This is her new one. You got the ARC, I guess. Electronic ARC. She sent me the ARC. I haven't attempted to pick it up yet. Been a little slow on the ARC reading. Hey, Curly Q, how are you? What are you reading? How is it going, so far, Alicia? Queen of Exiles. That's her sec that's no, that's the one that's in Haiti, right? Queen of Exiles. Hey, Teresa, how are you? Welcome, welcome. What are you reading? Uh, yeah, let me see. I think Queen of Exiles is the one. That's one. The one. Oh, yeah, that's the one in Haiti. That's what I one in. Wait, just check something. All right. Okay, so Jennifer, you're reading And Then She Fell by Alicia Elliott. What is that? Is that like a thriller or something? Listening to a few things I read this week. I can't listen to Huckleberry Finn at work, so I've had to bounce between that one and yeah, I'm about to finish Huckleberry Finn. I've got like maybe oh my god, what if I've got like four more pages left. I got like that left to read. There's some trifling white people in this book, but anyway, whatever. And who said this was good for kids to read? Yeah, I know, right, Curly Q. Last thing you surrender, yeah, that hits real deep. That hits real deep. Well, you'll be ready to read the sequel in September, which is 54 Miles. Hey, Karen. Yes, I'm reading that because of James, but it's a reread. I read this a long time ago when I was in high school, and I'm still trying to figure out why they thought this was great literature and that why they thought this would be great for kids. But whatever. That when I do my review, we'll talk about that. Anyway, um, hey Tinley, how are you? Hey Tracy. Okay, since we have more people in the house, what am I reading? So I am gonna try to finish up this one, the Dr. Pascal, which is a 28th book in the Hugo Macau series that I have been buddy reading with Anna for a little over 2 years, 2 years, 3 months to be exact. And this is the last one, and it's hitting us. Yeah, this is hitting. This one is real good. Okay, this is real good. So if you are interested about this series, and I will be doing a joint live video talking about this series, these 20 books from Muzilla, if you're interested. So that's what I'm trying to finish up this weekend, and I'm trying to finish up A Man of Two Faces by Via and Lynn, who was in Paris last night, but I had to miss it because I had to work. Damn. So this is a biography. It's written really, really well. It's so, so good. Um, Very emotional. Well worth the read. So I'm hopefully I can finish this too. This, and then of course the last few pages of Huck Huck Finn, and we will finish out the March. That's what I'm reading. That's what I'm reading. Let's see. Thanks, Tracy. Uh, yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, this has been a great, great read, great discovery. Yeah, it's been fantastic. And I am not the kind of person that gravitates towards reading series, but this one right here, it's the business. So good. Okay. Let's see, Jennifer, and then oh, it was longlisted. Okay, I didn't recognize this title. It's Indigenous horror. Oh, okay. But it's focused on new motherhood and ancestral disconnection. Ooh, that sounds deep. Uh oh, Tinley's reading One Blood. Okay, well, One Blood is the book we'll be reading for the Read Solid Read Along in July and summer. We'll be reading One Blood. So I'll be reading with Michael and Tatiana. Hey lady, how are you? What are you reading? Uh, mm, yeah, I remember somebody, I think it was Patrice was talking about how I have you on assignment. I don't have you on assignment, girl. Read whatever you want. Hey Nisha, we miss you, girl. Hey DL. Hey Latrice. What are you guys reading? Okay. Happy Good Friday to you, Celeste. Oh, you're reading Paradise. Almost finished. How are you liking Paradise? I'm glad. I mean, I've only not heard a lot about One Blood, but the little bit I have heard, people seem to really like it. It's Deneen Milner, One Blood. 7 days in June. Okay, for a book club. I hear that's good. I don't, I've not read any. What's in it? Tia Williams, I think. I haven't read any Tia Williams, but I remember people saying that they really like 7 days in June, if I'm not mistaken. Dr. Piper Hewley's The American Daughters. I have an arc. Okay, this is American Daughters. Is this Maurice Carlos Ruffin? Haven't read in a few days. Okay, you're getting ready to start American Queen. Okay, when you finish James. Okay, very good. Might be my fave by the goat. Oh, Paradise? Really? Nah, fave. That ain't your fave. Have you read all of the beginning? Have you read like Song of Solomon, Tar Baby? Have you read all those? Have you read all those old ones, Celeste? Okay. Hey Nicole. So she said finally getting around to finishing Wizard of the Crow. Oh wow. Well done if you finish that one. That book is long. That's a long book. Oh, you're the black box. Very nice, Tracy. Very nice. and you're reading a backlisted one from Virginia DeBerry and Donna Grant entitled Far from the Tree. Okay, that sounds nice. Hello, Raymond. How are you? So Raymond is still reading Trinity by Zelda Lockhart. I think I have that one here. This one right here. This is Trinity by Zelda Lockhart. That's what Raymond is reading. Just Us by Walt Carr. Okay. And Black Liturgies by Cole Arthur Riley. Okay, very nice. It's Just Us about. Uh, oh, it's not the same book by Maurice Carlsruff. Another book, but it's also called The American Daughters. Wow. Okay. Okay. Look, Teresa, that's why I said, have you read all of the other ones? You said Paradise is not real, really not her best. Her best. I know it's not her best. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You all those old ones, and you still think Paradise is her best? Mm, okay. If you so, but I don't know. I don't know. Hey Phyllis, finishing short collection, Ghost Roots by Pimi Aguda. Okay, 12 stories. Very well done thus far. Blurb endorsed by Lauren. Okay, well, look, yeah, I guess I don't really like Lauren Groff's writing very much. So I don't nothing to me. If you say it's good, I believe you. I don't believe Lauren Groff though. Lauren Groff though. Uh oh, Curlicue said did not enjoy 7 days. Okay, girl. I ain't read it, so I don't know. Hey, a book doctor. What's up? What you reading? Celeste's laughing. Maybe because it's so different. And this is the first time I'm reading it. Okay, maybe. Curlicue said fave Toni Morrison is the bluest eye. Yeah, that's definitely one. I, I also have like the bluest eye is definitely my fave, and I think it's also because it was the first one that I read by her. But Song of Solomon has come in as in a close second for me as well. Um, lady said she's reading Devil in the Blue Dress. That's so good. You finished Huck Finn on radio early. Okay, on audio this week. My first time reading it. Oh, okay, yeah. I also picked up James. So yeah, well, Huck Finn it takes some digesting, if you know what I mean. So Teresa, you watched American Fiction, okay, and you loved it. Very good. I still haven't seen the damn movie yet. Um, oh, you finished Kill 'Em and Leave, Searching for the real James Brown by James McBride. Okay, you gave it 4 stars. Very nice. Okay, Phyllis didn't like it either. She passed on 7 days. Okay, Latrice said 7 days is mid, very overhyped. Okay, I'm agree with y'all because I don't know. That's not really my lane, so I'm gonna trust all y'all. Okay, Raymond said Just Us is a collection of editorial okay, from Walt Carter, who is black cartoonist. Yeah, in okay, he is in his early 90s. He was published in a lot of black newspapers. Yeah, that must be real good to read. Yeah, Curly Q says, "Yay, Devil in the Blue Dress." Yeah, I really like Devil in the Blue Dress too. Okay, so a book doctor is reading. Shay's reading "Songs of Lost Things," a sonata for the sun by Monica Michelou. Is that right? Michelou. Um, don't know it, but you'll tell us about it. Oh, it's your second too. Oh yeah, and then Sula. I don't know. I just feel like her older stuff is the best, and there's just something in each one that I find done so well. Even in Tar Baby, there's some really good things in that book. I feel like that's one that people don't necessarily gravitate towards reading, but it's real good. It's real good, Tar Baby. Uh, okay, so you need to read Erasure now. Okay, yeah, definitely read it. Okay, so Teresa says James McBride is an amazing writer. This is what I hear. Although I've only read The Good Lord Bird and what else have I read by James McBride? I think that's all I've read by him. I think I tried to read Deacon King Kong and that didn't go so well. It didn't go well at all. But I'm gonna try to go for some of his older stuff first and just kind of like build, or maybe I'll do the latest one that just came out, the Heaven and Earth grocery store. Maybe I'll try that one. I just couldn't get on board with Deacon King Kong. I tried to read it twice, but I mean I need to maybe try it a third time just to see, but I'm gonna do the Heaven and Earth grocery store first. Okay, DL said love 7 days. Tea is a fave for me, but people should read books for themselves because we aren't all the same person with same likes. True, true. Totally agree with that. Uh, yeah, I watched the movie A Perfect Find as well. I thought it was kind of cheesy. Uh, yeah, A Perfect Find. I was just kind of like, there was something. I was like, this is a weird scenario to make. Uh, I mean, the way it was done to make as a book and then turn into a movie. I don't know, I just it didn't work for me. Yeah, I do too. Yeah, Erasure is really good. I don't think I gave it 5, I think I gave it 4, but it's definitely a really good book. Um, yeah, the movie was kinda cheesy, and I think it's because Gabby Union she put herself in the starring role. And I'm sorry, y'all. I mean, I don't have anything against Gabby Union, but for me, every time she's in something, she is playing the same role every movie she does. And I don't get it. I don't get it. She just looks like she's playing the same role. What was the one she played back in the day? Um, what was the one she was playing back in the day where she was taking care of her family and she had these two guys that she was in love with or whatever. That role, it's the same role. All the roles she plays the same, and it just I don't know, there's something weird about it. I feel like what she should have done was she should have put someone else in that role, would have been better. Oh, you've only read the memoir, but I heard the memoir is really good. I liked The Good Lord Bird. I thought it was interesting. Yeah, that's the truth, Nicole. Sometimes you gotta heed the warning. Look, I know when to heed the warning now. You ain't got to tell me twice. Deacon King Kong is look, I had the audio and it still wasn't working. I had the audio and the physical book, and I was doing, immersive reading, and it still wasn't working for me. I don't know. I don't know if it was because there was too many characters or I felt like you know what I felt like with Deacon King Kong? It felt like, when you arrive in a room and there's 2 people having a personal conversation, and then they stop when you walk in the room and you don't know what the heck is going on, and you're like, "Why do y'all stop talking?" You know? I felt like that. I felt like I was, yeah, not totally invited into the story in the beginning in the right way. And so I think that it didn't click with me, this story. Raymond, you ain't missing nothing with Deacon King Kong. It was all right. It was all right. Okay. Okay, Raymond. It was all right. 3 stars. DL said movie adaptations of books don't really float for me. They have to leave so much out. Yeah, they really do. I agree with you on that. Okay, Tracy said Deacon King Kong was just okay for her. Deacon was 5 for Teresa. Well, now. And of course, Latrice is just laughing to the bank because I think, what? Let me guess, Latrice, you didn't like Deacon King Kong, or did you like it? I bet you didn't like it. Curly Q says thanks, Teresa. I might read an audio. Okay. A good chunk of movies are from books or inspired by them. Yeah. But I don't know. I don't like it when they do the inspiration thing because that just pisses me off, especially if I've read the book and I really, really like the book. So that's why sometimes I just stay away. I stay away from the movie because I like the book and I like that atmosphere and I like all those details. And I don't enjoy watching an adaptation that's missing, like, half the thing, like DL said. I don't like it. Okay, so Teresa understands me totally. Gabby cannot act, period. Same character every time. Okay, so I'm not the only one that thinks that. Okay, so let's love Deacon King Kong. Oh, okay, now we getting controversial now. Nicole says Denzel plays the same in every film, but he is good. Yeah, I had the audio too. I had the audio and everything. So let's cracking up. Uh, well, that's how I felt. I don't know. That's the best way I could describe how I felt while I was reading. I was just like, I don't get this. I don't get it. Just kept saying, I don't get it. What's going on? Where are we? Who are these people? And then yeah, it was just too much. Just like a new character every page. And it was just like, yeah, it was too much for me. Teresa says to Nicole, Denzel is not the same character every time. Oh, you were laughing at the Gabby Union playing the same. I'm no look. Everything I've seen her in, the characters even dress in a similar style. They dress in a similar style and she acts in a similar way. Like this lady does not know how to act. Oh, Mary Jane, being Mary Jane. That's what she was in the beginning. Let's see. Black on Black Cinema, and they said he plays a black man from Brooklyn in Oh my god. Oh my god, in every movie, but somehow it works. Wow. Okay, now that might be a little hard. That might be a little harsh. Okay, Bernie M said, I didn't like the King Kong either, but enjoyed Heaven and Earth grocery store. You see, there's hope. There's hope. Uh, oh my God. Tracy's like, really, Nicole? Nicole, you shocking people in here now. You got people clutching their pearls and stuff. Tinley says Denzel has demonstrated his range and is a top tier actor. I'd love to see him in a comedy though. I would too, Tinley, because he'd be a mean mugging black man in a lot of his movies, and I need to see him laughing more. Mm, okay, well, day one says I've learned to see the movie and the book as separate creations. Yeah, that's where I got to get off the boat. I don't. I see it as the book and only the book. So I have no intentions of seeing the movie, not if I love the book. Now, if I don't like the book, I'm fine to go see the movie. But if I love the book, forget it. I'm never going to see the movie. Not gonna happen. Uh Girly, you're so funny. Raymond says to Tinley, watch the 1993 film Much Ado About Nothing. Denzel is in it. Oh, and he was funny. Okay, I haven't seen him in that, but thank you for telling me that, Raymond. I'm gonna go see that. I want to see that. I'm a doctor, tough room. I know, right? How did we get from Gabrielle Union being a terrible actress to Denzel Washington not being good? Nicole, come on now. Okay, Curly Q has heard mixed things about Heaven and Earth. I haven't heard anything bad about it. Really? I've heard only good things. I haven't heard not a bad thing about Heaven and Earth grocery store. Not a bad thing. Mm. Yeah, I'll have to definitely check out Much Ado About Nothing because I didn't see that. Celeste, you DNF'd Heaven and Earth grocery store? For real? Wow. Okay, now that's the first bad comment I've heard. I don't remember Nicole. Okay, you like him, but you found like his acting is stagnant. Raymond also Keanu Reeves. Oh, okay, I like him. I like Keanu Reeves as well. He plays the same characters in Matrix. And John, I didn't see John Wick, but I love Matrix. Make Matrix all day, every day. Love Matrix. Um, I don't know. I've only read one. I read The Good Lord Bird and I really liked it, but it looks like his biography is really good. Mm, I haven't seen him in Shakespeare at all, so I need to change that. You saw a lot of people DNFing the Heaven and Earth grocery store? Okay, I missed that. I had only seen people saying good things about it, so I must have not looked really closely enough because you've seen a lot of people DNFing it. Wow, and Celeste, I didn't realize you didn't like it. Hey, Rosa. Okay, Teresa really liked that one. I hope I'm gonna like it. I just couldn't get on board with Deacon King Kong, but I'm quite happy to go with any of his older work too. Because I do have some of his older stuff as well. Uh, wait, Curly Q. I'm 80 pages from finishing a book people rave about, and I've been at that last 80 pages since mid. What book is this? What book is this? Yeah, true. Day one. Some actors do get typecast. Yeah. Oh wait, Celeste read it out. Damn, I must have missed that video. Okay, Bernie M loved it. Bernie M said Heaven and Earth was a 5 for me. Wait, Nicole, no, she's not the only one. No, Comfy Cozy Up isn't the only one. I saw other people who said they liked it. Oh, he had the accent and everything. Okay, all right. 2 minutes on book said loved Heaven and Earth. Curly Q said, I'm gonna trust Teresa. She hasn't started steering me wrong yet with her suggestions. No, she's really good with suggestions. I'm definitely gonna try it because I feel like I'm gonna like that one. Yeah, Kano is limited, but like I said, he can do no wrong. He's my Matrix man. I can't help it. I love Matrix. Okay, so day one says the only criticism I've heard about Heaven and Earth is that there are too many characters. Well, that's the same problem with Deacon King Kong as well. Too many damn characters. But I also think that James McBride's writing is particular. and I feel like it's gonna jive with some people, and other people it's not gonna go. Okay, so Rosa says Song Yet Sung is not as well known by James McBride, but I thought it was excellent. I do have that one. Color of Water is good too. I'm curious about Heaven and Earth. Yeah, so I would be happy to get on board with Sing Yet Sung, which I do own, and Color of Water, which I do own. And doesn't he have another one? There's another one with the black soldiers in Italy. I haven't heard anyone talk about that one, but I would think that that one would be good as well. Uh, okay, so Jennifer says Much Ado About Nothing is one of her favorite Shakespeare films of all time. Everyone is great in that one. Okay, Celeste, I think you're saying it's very character driven. I think you mean Heaven and Earth grocery store. Um, a book doctor. Shay says, I'm not reading another book with Walter in the title. Okay, girl. Yeah, I really do feel that it's kind of niche because when I was reading, I could feel it when I was reading The Good Lord Bird. It's the way he tells the story. It's not exactly how you expect. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, Miracle at Santa Ana. That's it. That's correct, Tenley. Shay said water dancer, open water, Covenant of Water. No, Covenant of Water. Come on now. Covenant of Water gotta be good. I haven't read it yet, but I know it's gonna be good. Abraham Brigade met, but Water Dancer, yeah, that was a bust. Open Water, that was a bust. Don't read those books. Don't read those water books. No, no, no. Horrible. Water dance and open water, horrible. Um, yeah, he wrote the book that the movie is based on. Yeah, yes, Raymond. Yep, yep, yep. Yeah, Spike did do a movie of it, but I haven't seen it. Okay, Curlicue says Covenant of Water was amazing. Oh my God. Shay's like sleeping. Nah, she thought Covenant of Water was too sedate. God, the water dancer was horrible. The water dancer, the problem with it is half the time you don't know what the heck is going on in it. And when you do know what's going on, you're like, why would he do that? That's what you're saying half the time. It's not a very well written book. The story isn't that interesting either. It just doesn't really hold up. It's kind of boring, but it's mostly that it's confusing and difficult to understand. Water Dancer should have never been written. They should have told him, stop. Do not have that published with your name on it. Mistake. Horrible Water Dancer. Just like everything about it is like go watch my video. I did a video on that one on it's me trying I think the video's called uh this is me trying to review the Water Dancer. That is horrible. Like tell me Tracy, tell him. Mr. Coach should stick with the nonfiction in my opinion as well. You're not cut out for no he was trying to do speculative fiction. Nah, bro, that's not it. That's not it at all. He really should have stuck to the nonfiction. But here again, read it for yourself and you'll see if you can get through it. I'll say more power to you. There's some people who liked it. Not my cup of tea. Not what I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be, profoundly different than it was. And as I was reading along, I was just like, "What the heck am I reading?" Not good. I think it is. It's considered speculative fiction. 11/22/63. I think that's what it's considered. What's considered speculative. Yeah, my husband really liked that book. Not my cup of tea, but that's the kind of stuff my husband likes to read, and he loved it. He said it was so good. Probably, I don't know. I think it might be one of his faves from Stephen King. Where Rosa said she was highly disappointed, even though she really loves Ta-Nehisi Coates nonfiction. She was highly disappointed with The Water Dancer. That was a lot of disappointed people with The Water Dancer. A lot of disappointed people. Yes, 11/22/63. It's Stephen King. Uh, yeah, it's a long book. Big Jim and the White Boy. Mm-mm, never heard of that. A graphic novel coming out in October about Jim and Huck. Now, okay, I'm gonna stop you right there, Raymond, because I didn't already read Huck Finn, and I'm gonna read James. I'm good. Okay, I don't need to read nothing else in that vein right there. I'm good. I, yeah, I'm about to finish Huck Finn, and I'm just about with that. And then as soon as James arrives, which I don't think it's arriving until like the end of the first week of April, because I have the UK edition. But there is no way in the world I'm reading no graphic novel called Jim and Huck Finn. Okay, I'm gonna say I'm good. Okay, I'm gonna say I'm good. Okay, lady, I'll wait for your review, honey, but I'm not reading it. I'm just like I'm good. I'm good. Um, David F. Walker. Let me see. Because Huck Finn be trying my patience. There's almost so much I can take. It's too much. Uh, yeah, I'm waiting to see how he's gonna do it because there's some bits in here that just was like making me roll my eyes hard. Okay, hard, annoying. But I'm definitely not gonna read no graphic novel because no, I didn't had enough of that. Mm, mm, let's see, what's it called? Okay, I don't know why I can't. I can't find it on, I can't find it on Goodreads. I tried, can't find it. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be good, James. Yeah, like I said, I'm still trying to figure out why they thought this was something that kids should be reading. I don't understand it. Uh, Wait, let me see if I can find it. Okay, I found it, but they don't have a picture. Oh well. Anyway, I'm not reading it anyway, so you don't care. Let's see. Uh, yeah, it might be a minute before they add it to Goodreads. I'd see if I can Google. I didn't go on Google, but I'll see if I can get it on Google. Well, that's it is pretty much Jim and the White Boy. That's pretty much accurate. Okay, you're gonna DM me the cover art. Okay, great. Do it. I'll get it off my iPad and I'll show you. Um, mm, we're gonna see. I'm curious to see. There's certain aspects of the book that I'm interested to see how he's gonna turn those scenes. Um, y- hey Kay, happy Friday. Kay is reading Soul Culture by Mia Bingham Risher. And what is that? Is it nonfiction, fiction? What genre is it? Thanks, DL. So um there's another thing I wanted to talk about today is poetry. Since next month is poetry month. Oh, it's nonfiction. Okay, great. Let me know if you're planning on reading any poetry collections. I don't. Do I wait? I might have some poetry collections here, but not all of them. Um, there were some. I mean, I'm interested in reading some poetry next month. I usually feature poetry on my stories. The month of April, alongside the fact that it's also comfy cozy ups. Hashtag a journal mood. Okay, so let's see what everybody's saying. Okay, Raymond is gonna be reading some poetry with his book club. Kay said she's gonna be reading some poetry as well. Okay, so Teresa says she's not really into poetry like that, but she might try to read a little bit. Dee says she just finished Black Girl Atlas. So good, and the illustrations are beautiful. Okay, wonderful. Curly said in high school, a teacher bought her a collection of Nikki Giovanni poems, which are fantastic. Every time I pick it up, I get something different with the poem, so I'll make an effort. Great. Also, rest in oh my God, Sir Louis Gossett Jr. What? No. Wow, I hadn't heard that, Tracy. Rest in peace. Okay, Tinley says she definitely had some poetry in mind. Nisha says she may pick up some poetry as well from herself. Yeah, I know. I can't believe that either. Like, Curly Q says, yes, Tracy, that was my mom's fave actor. Wow. I can't get over that. Oh yeah, you got some new poetry collections for next month. Great. Uh oh, from Fantasia Socials. Ooh. So sad. Passed away at 87 years old. Oh no. Let me just see if I don't have any collections here. Hang on one second. Let's see. I have this one. This one. This one is good. Okay. Here are a few that I have here. Um, Maya Angelou, The Phenomenal Woman. So this is really good because it has Phenomenal Woman in it, and like Still I Rise is in this little collection. Also, the complete collected poems of Maya Angelou. This is a great read once a year as well, or through the year. This is fantastic. Actually, I might reread this because it's been a while since I've read this one. Um, this is my fave. Terrence Hayes, American Sonnets for My Past and Future Assassins. Can't go wrong with Terrence Hayes. He's the business. Also have Malika Booker, which is Pepper Seed. This one is really good. She's from Guyana. These are very powerful poems. Short collection, but very powerful. And then we have the 100 Best African American Poems, edited by Nikki Giovanni. This is another good one to check out. So it has a lot of poems in here um, from different various people. This is a nice one to read as well during the month. You can read all the way through the month and just read this one. So those are the ones that I have up here, but I have some of my other ones are downstairs. But just in case you don't know, uh, let's see. Nicole says, "How do you approach reading poetry? Do you read the whole collection at once?" Now, what I usually do is I will read slowly this poetry. I don't read it like sit down and just read poem after poem like that. What I usually do is I like if especially if I have one like a really big one like this, I will read the first poem and I will try to get the most out of it. So what I'll do is I'll just reread it a few times. And if it really does hit me a certain way, I might even journal about it. I might write some thoughts about how the poem is hitting me when I read it. I'm not used to just sitting down and just reading straight through whole poetry books in one sitting. That's not how I operate with poetry. I need more time to think about it because sometimes you'll read poetry and it may not speak to you. You may not understand it. And sometimes rereading it on another day can make all the difference. That's all I'm gonna say. But that's what I usually do. I usually read a poem, read it thoroughly, read it quite a few times, and then I will, if I really feel like I really like that poem, I'm getting something particular out of it, journal about it, write a few paragraphs about it. Then that way, when I want to go back and read it at another moment in my life, I can go back and look and see if I think the same things. Because that's the thing about poetry is that it can hit you differently, and it can something that doesn't speak to you today can speak to you 2 years from now or 10 years from now. You should never give up on poetry, and you should stick to poetry that is like if you're not used to reading poetry, what I recommend is that you pick something that is which is attainable. So, for example, reading the complete collected poems of Maya Angelou is a good place to start because the poems are not difficult to understand, and you will definitely get something out of them. But, like for example, I wouldn't recommend that you read something like what would I not recommend you read? Actually, I wouldn't recommend that you start with Terrence Hayes. Give some other poetry a minute before you start this. Honore's poems are probably very good, but I haven't read any of them. I do have one of her no, I have two of her collections. I read one of them and the other one I haven't read yet, and I thought it was very good. I would just read things that are a little bit more straightforward. So Nikki Giovanni, like this one would be really good. I also have another one by her, but I think it's downstairs. I think it's called Love Poems or something like that. That one is really good too. Yeah, that's the other one that I have, Rosa, is The Age of Phyllis. That's the one that I have, which I'm hoping to maybe pick up next month, maybe alongside this one. Um the complete collected poems. Who else? But yeah, I think poetry you just have to open your mind a little bit, pick one, and and stick with it. Now there's another person that you can read poems from, and you don't even have to buy anything. It's free online. I can't think what her name is right now. Wait, give me a minute. Let my brain activate. Um this name. Um she's Black Scottish. I can't think what her name is right now. Let's see, what has she written? Um, yeah, Langston Hughes poems. I don't have any Langston Hughes poems. I only have his couple of his novels. I'm trying to think. Do I not have? I don't think I have any other ones up here. Um, oh, I don't have any other. Oh, I do have. Trying to think. What is that woman's name? She wrote. Um, Gabriel Garcia Marquez's Stones Until August by Gabriel Garcia Marquez and Stones by Kevin Young. A Year of Last Things by Michael Ondaatje, and 36 Ways of Writing by Vietnamese Poem, and Here in the Middle of Nowhere by Anastasia. Okay. Um, Carrie Law Morgan Figs poetry. Okay, I haven't heard of her before. She was a black woman in the US who published two collections in the 1920s, and they are in the public domain. Poems are easy to read. Yeah, they are easy to read because they're often in the public domain, and that makes it easier to find. You can find them online, and that makes it a lot easier. What is this chick's name? I can't think of some of the things that she's written. I'm trying to think of some of her novels that she's written. Um, let's see. Jeez Louise. Let's see if I can find her. Yeah, Jackie K. That's her name. Definitely read some of Jackie K's poems. They're excellent. She's really good with poetry. And Jackie K, all you have to do is Google Jackie K poems and you got it. Yeah, Jackie K. You said it right when I said it. Definitely just go and Google Jackie K poetry, and there'll be places where you can see her actually reading her own poems. She's fantastic. Yeah. Scottish mother and Nigerian father, exactly. Hey, Amalola. Uh yeah, Langston Hughes poems are fantastic. I mean, you can't go wrong with those. I just don't own any. I don't own any. That's something I need to change. I don't own any of his poems. I need to change that. Um, let's see. I have more, but they're downstairs, so on my bookshelf down. They shouldn't be separate, but they're separate because I haven't made the effort to put them all on the same one. I have other things on that shelf, and I should have all my poetry collection should be together, and they're not. They're separate. But I'm not mad at any of these that I've showed you. These are all really quite good. Maybe the only one that might not be as accessible is Terrence Hayes because he can go far with his poems. This Pepper Seed is very very good, but it's not the happiest of poems. It's pretty intense, pretty melancholic and intense. But all the other ones, I say like, yeah, go for this. Go for the complete poems of Maya Angelou. Great. You can't go for this one. The 100 best African American poems. You can't go wrong with that. So yeah. And go for Jackie K. Like I said, go online, put Jackie K, and you can find her reciting her poem. Also go for Gwendolyn Brooks. Love Gwendolyn Brooks. Fantastic, Gwendolyn Brooks. I have the little small compilation poems, and then I have the other one which is called Blacks, which has poems and it has Mad Maud inside of that. Very very good. You cannot go wrong with Gwendolyn Brooks. She's the business, Gwendolyn Brooks. Um, no problem. You can lurk. People be lurking up in here. There's a couple people lurking in here. Okay, no problem. My pleasure. Let's see. The collected poems and links and Hughes. Yeah, it's excellent. I don't have it, but I know it's excellent. I'm trying to think. There's maybe something else as well. There's another one. Let's see. Yeah, she does. If you, yeah, you can go to her. You can release your channel, Pretty Brown Eyed Reader, Let's see. Trying to think of some other ones. Mm, there's also Alice Walker has poems as well that are really good. Who else? And Tatsuki Shange also has good poems. I don't own any of her stuff and poems. Oh, one of my favorites, Rita Dove. My Rita Dove collection is downstairs. So I have that, the complete Rita Dove, the big one. Excellent. Rita Dove is the business. Um, there's also now there's also Jessie Redmond Fawcett poetry as well, but I have read her poetry. Has anybody in here read Jessie Redmond Fawcett's poetry? Because that would be interesting if somebody has actually read Jessie Redmond Fawcett's I've only read one of her books. I have not read her poetry. I'm trying to think. There's also what is her name? Can't remember. June Jordan as well. June Jordan wrote a lot of poetry. Claudia Rankin. I thought I had a Claudia Rankin here. Wait, hold on one second. I think I might have a Claudia Rankin. I do have a Claudia Rankin. I do have one. This one is really good. This one's the An American Lyric. It's really good, this one. Um, Lucille Clifton as well, but I don't own anything from Lucille Clifton. But hers is good too. Horses Make a Landscape. Yeah, that's a good one. Look More Beautiful. Yeah, definitely. Highly recommended as well. And then there's more people like her. She has poetry collections out as well. Phyllis Wheatley as well. Who else? Audre Lorde. Trying to think who else. Uh, doesn't Zora Neale Hurston have some poetry? Because yeah, I was trying to think of some other people. But Jessie Redmond Fawcett, I don't have any of her poetry. Haven't read any of her poetry. I'd have to see if where I could find some to read. And of course, the great Gwendolyn Brooks, cannot go wrong with the great Gwendolyn Brooks. There's also Stacey Ann Chin, who's from the Caribbean. She also writes great poetry. Uh, I think who else? Oh, it wasn't good? What was wrong with it, Raymond? Paul Lawrence Dunbar, yeah, he has poetry as well. I don't own any of it, but here again, same problem. Don't own any Paul Lawrence Dunbar poetry. Trying to think. Um, there's also Sonia Sanchez. She has poems as well. I haven't read any of them, but and also Audre Lorde. I haven't read any Audre Lorde, so I can't help you with with how hard it is to understand or not. But yeah, I'm kind of late on my poetry game. I mean, I know some people and have actually read their stuff, but there's so much out there now. I mean, there's so much out there, and there's so much that is old that is, that needs to be read as well. Um, mm, what about also Elizabeth Alexander? Has anybody read any of her poetry? Yeah, I said June Jordan earlier. Yeah, that's a good one too. Okay, June Jordan and Nikki Giovanni, Gwendolyn Brooks, Maya Angelou, Phyllis Wheatley, mm, Rita Dove. Mm. Oh, there's also Yarsa Dali Ward from the UK. She's a black woman poet as well. She writes good stuff. Yarsa Dali Ward. She's very good too. Morgan Parker as well. Mm, those are all the people I can think of. But I mean, I'm sure people in here have named quite a lot of good ones. So, so how do you guys approach your poetry? Because I think a lot of people in here, the regulars, also read poetry. And how do you go about it? Do you just read the whole? Do you just read five, six poems, or do you read them slowly? Oh, Nate Marshall's Finna. Yeah. Like how do you go about it, Raymond? I know, right? Kay the Reader is a poet. Yes, we do have a poet in our midst. So you reading your poetry, Raymond, Kay, Jennifer, Rosa, all y'all. Slowly and intentional. I hear you on that one. Wait. Wait. Layla Motley has poetry out? Yeah, that's a good way to go about it. Day one, keeping it by your bedside and reading one when you wake up and one when you go to bed at night. That sounds like a really good way of doing it. Okay, so Raymond says he usually reads one or two poems a day. You annotate. Okay. Oh, you're an annotator. I didn't know that, Raymond. Okay, Raymond. Raymond annotates. Raymond says sometimes I read a collection at once. Other times I read through a few poems in a book and read it over time. Okay. Karen says, I don't read much poetry, but I do tend to like books better by authors who are all also poets. Well, yeah, I'm not surprised by that. Poets usually put something they bring something different to fiction writing. Um, okay, so Curly Q says her daughter loves Amanda Gorman. She's given her books of hers for Christmas. I didn't realize that Layla Motley started as a poet. That I skipped that. I missed that part. Okay, Curly Q says she just reads them slowly because it can get overwhelming when you try to digest too much. Yeah, this is why I usually keep it at one a day. Uh, Her new collection is called "Woke Up, No Light Coming." No, "Woke Up, No Light," coming out on April 16th. Oh, well, that's good. All right, now. Hey, Lashonda, welcome, welcome. What are you reading? We are currently talking about poetry because we're getting ready for April, and April is poetry month. Talking about collections that we like to read and how we like to read poems if we read them. Okay, I didn't realize she was the youth poet laureate of Oakland, California. Jam, I miss all that. I miss all that. I ain't know. I did not know. Okay, so Rosa says she tends to read it slower than prose and fiction, with more intention, but pretty straight through. Not a poem a day person. Okay, fine. Uh, yeah, I like to read poems out loud as well. It depends on how it hits me and how rhythmic I feel that the poem is. The more rhythmic, the more I would like to read it out loud, and I will read it out loud. So I'm with you on that. Because poetry is like living and breathing. Yeah, it should be spoken, in my opinion. So um yeah, definitely. Now there's a thing you can do is, like I said, keep like a little notebook that is dedicated to journaling about the poetry that you read throughout the year. So like when there's some poems that really hit you that you really like, you can either rewrite those poems or just write how these poems make you feel, or what you like best about the poem, because that's always something to look at as well. Uh, okay, Teresa says Layla Motley's book, Nightcrawling, is very poetic. I have not read that one yet, but I have it right here. This one, Nightcrawling, poetic. That's the first time I hear that. But uh Curly Q says, funny, I read everything out loud. You might have been a narrator in a former life. Maybe you should think about being an audiobook reader. Yeah, it's on my list as well to read this year. Oh, Latrice said, whew, that book is so good. She's talking about this one, Night Crawling. Yeah, this is the what do you call that show? This is the it's like the British copy from Waterstones with the painted edges. I got that one on purpose. And then she signed it for me. Booyah! Look at that signature, it's beautiful. Um, wait. Oh, it was a struggle the first 40 pages of Nightcrawling. Yeah, it's definitely I'm definitely reading. I'm definitely squelching that one this year alongside a couple of other books which you already know I need to squelch. Uh Yeah, no, because I specifically got that one from Waterstones. And when she signed it, she's like, "Wait a second, what is this book?" Because she had never seen one like this before, and she was really impressed by this one. She really liked it. She goes, "Wow." Yeah, I know I'm gonna like that one because I heard her talk about it, and the way she talks about her book, I can tell it's something I'm gonna like. Yeah, and this storyline is based off of truth. Yeah. Uh, yeah. So that's it. So it's good to hear that people are into poetry and will be into reading it. Although I think I might invest and get a poetry collection from Chris Abani because he's a poet as well, and I'm curious about his poetry. So I have my eye on one collection in particular, and I think I might purchase that one to read in April. Yeah, that's why you're pissed off because it was based on truth. Yeah, I know. I can. Yeah, the whole thing is a shit show. Um, so yeah, so poetry, just have to keep your mind open and keep yourself yeah, like don't give up too fast, but like I said, pick something that is attainable in understanding. Don't pick something that's too modern and too out there because then you're gonna get it's gonna get lost in the sauce and you're just gonna think, well, what the heck is this? Um yeah, you can get a copy. I'm sure they still have these. They weren't I don't think these were limited editions. Uh these were just it was right when it was coming out and so I just said, "Okay, I'm gonna get this one because I really liked it." The black, yeah. Whenever they do a UK edition of like it depends on what the book is, but Waterstones will do a special edition with sprayed edges. So if it's a book that you really, really like, you should go over the Waterstones and look and see if they have the sprayed edges version and get it. Kaveh Akbar's poetry. Oh, after reading Martyr. I do have another one. I don't know. I don't have it up here though. That I would probably be reading as well next month because I had started reading it over summer and then I stopped. So I'm still making my way through that one. No, I don't have a Waterstones link. I have a Blackwell's link. Blackwell's is a little smaller than Waterstones. I have a Blackwell's link, not a Waterstones link. So yeah. Anyway, so this has been a pleasure, and I've enjoyed talking to you guys about poetry and about what y'all reading and good old James McBride. Jury's still out on that for me because I still haven't read the Heaven and Earth grocery store, but I will be getting on it because I don't know if I'm gonna get it. If I'm gonna give Deacon King Kong another try. I'll have to see about that. I'm not sure. But this has been great. It's made me think a bit closer about my poetry for next month. But definitely check out my stories during April because I always have a poem featured every day in April and from different collections. So I am going to say goodbye and have a wonderful Friday. My Friday is almost over because it is six something in the evening. And we're changing time on Sunday. So we'll be back to our regular difference in time. You recommend Song Yet Sung? Yeah, I have that one. Song Yet Sung. I have that one. And it does look like something that I would like. But yeah, thanks so much. And next week I will see you and we'll discuss more, probably maybe more about poetry or something, or something, or something. So I will see you then. Have a good weekend. Bye.